Are there any stickers on that box? Are there any stickers on the box?
No stickers? Oh, except for one shit here, right?
This one? Numbers on it?
No idea.
What can we get out there?
This is new information you have presented me with. It's an interesting story because he has been so in the limelight for so long. I mean, I see him as the guy who ruined many Biggie Smalls albums by inserting his into all of his songs. He is somebody who put, a lot of young rappers on the map, basically. He has a lot of people who owe him. So it's interesting to watch his decline. Of course, you also mentioned, or in passing, but the story of the gun in the club with Jennifer Lopez and his passenger seat. And then another rapper, Shine, went away for that crime. And the rumor always was that P. Diddy paid him $1 million for it. All of this kind of stuff has been around for a long time. So it's interesting to watch him actually get kind of...
With the claws?
Well,
interesting choice of words. Mary Catherine, Buck and I were talking last night at dinner that based on what happened to Epstein, the Puff Daddy story, P. Diddy, whatever you want to call it, it feels very Epstein-esque. And whatever you think, the idea that Epstein in an area that's supposed to be super secure, the video's not running, the security guard falls asleep, suddenly he kills himself. There were a lot of allegations about video and who was involved. It seems like there are potentially a ton of celebrities involved. Oh, they're not giving Diddy bail. Do you see an overlap here potentially with Epstein and Diddy in terms of maybe what happened to Epstein, but also the celebrity involvement and maybe some different blackmail involved? Also, I mean, I see these stories as very much connected.
One of the that I'm afraid to read the indictment because it sounds so disgusting, so I gotta steel myself for that. Two,
I'll try and find the cool with oil flavor, but they finally got this instead.
You can find one there.
And one thing on the mom front that strikes me about all these stories is particularly celebrities and celebrity kids, wonderkind singers and the like. Usher was friends with Diddy at 13. Bieber was in there doing stuff with him very young, and that worries me, and it makes me think for my front, talking to my kids about why can't we be on YouTube? And it's like, well, this is why. You will never have a path to any mogul's house ever while you are in my care, and I think that's something that lights up for people in this demographic when you look at these types of stories. And to Carol's point, one of the things that we'd like to talk about on the podcast is things that everyone did know that the media ignores for 2 years until they can safely tell the story later. That is messed up to me. It's something that normal people clock early, but the elites will not sort of let it be talked about, and I think that's wrong.
Speaking to Carol Markowitz and Mary Catherine Hammer, new podcast. Normally, when's the first episode, guys?
Tomorrow.
Comes out tomorrow.
Right now.
So now is a great time to subscribe to the Clay and Buck Podcast Network. We also have John Parnell and Lisa Booth and other friends of ours. We're doing great shows. But this normally show getting a lot of hype online. Some people saying Clay probably going to be amazing, probably going to set download records. And Carol, I feel like this is also part of a broader conversation, which is I understand that people can say don't subscribe to Netflix and don't engage in the culture if it's going to be left wing and all this other stuff. But there also needs to be a culture for normal people, right? It can't just be walling yourself off from whether it's like the Sean Combs, P. Diddy stuff of the world that's in the news cycle and, not wanting to be, have that enter your consciousness. But also we have to create content of our own.
Absolutely. Again, this is not to flatter you guys, but I think that you guys do this so well, where you speak to normal people and they feel like they know you and they feel like you guys are friends. You're not just with them or saying crazy things. We're going to take a page out of that book and hopefully do the same normally.
You okay?
For a similar audience. So I love what you guys do, and I think that is exactly right. We need to engage people on the right in culture, and we need to have conversations, and we need to produce content.
In the background?
We need to do all of that and not just leave them kind of hanging and say, White hot chances, white
And we
hot
just passed one up. Yeah,
Mary
what's another one?
Catherine, I'm going down to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, speaking of normally, to watch your Georgia Bulldogs play against Alabama. I want to get your take on what you expect to happen in the game. But my thesis here, and I may be completely wrong, but we'll see whether I'm right or wrong, is that college football fans in general, loom extra large in the battleground state. Your state of Georgia, where you are right now. North Carolina, condolences to North Carolina and NC State, who both got absolutely obliterated. You still have to root for the Carolina Panthers. But then you've got the Big Ten states. Wisconsin, where I just was a couple of weeks ago. Michigan, Pennsylvania. What's going to happen, Georgia, Bama? Do you buy into me, the quote-unquote, the normal football fan of America, which I think it's fair to say Kamala tried to appeal to with Walls, is going to break Trump pretty significantly over Kamala? I'm curious how you would break that down.
Look, I do think that's true, and I think this is a gap in understanding for a lot of people in Washington and a lot of people in sort of elite media. They don't understand how important football is to so very many people in this country and have some trouble relating to it. There are a few people who maybe went to an SEC school and get it, but they're few and far between. So I think you're right that this is sort of a normie voter.
It's just stopped.
Right, of huge football fans. That's why Trump is going to try to go to this game. Is he still going? I think they were working.
Yeah, my understanding is he's going to be there. Yes, my understanding is he's going to be in the stadium. He's going to be at this game, which is, for those of you who are not football fans, the biggest college football game of the year so far. It's going to be a massive earthquake-like style game, right? So this is why he's going.
Didn't work at all.
And as far as what's going to happen, I know for sure that I will be extremely nervous. And I don't know if I can handle being there in person. I would gladly take a ticket, but I don't know if I can handle it. I will be at my house, OT, trying to deal with my nerves. We have a great program on military report and a little bit of a mental block for many years. We've taken on Alabama almost every time we take them on. So I'm always
Normally, if you don't normally be listening, check it out. Mary Catherine Ham and Carol Marco with the Thanks Ladies.
thank you very much.
And speaking of moms, we just talked to Oswald. I'm going to take a moment to tell you about a very pro-mom organization. It's called Preborn. The work being accomplished at Preborn is focused on saving and for babies, helping moms to be. I'm in the fight alongside them. They have clinics nationwide that help pregnant mothers making a decision between life and abortion for their unborn child.
That's not right, right?
Preborn's network of clinics rescues over 200 babies while surrounding expectant mothers.
It's all down here.
And offers them a free home. Because that ultrasound experience provides a forever bond between a mother and her unborn child and leads to a decision for life so often. Support this nonprofit organization, Preborn, in whatever way you can. For just $28, you can sponsor an ultrasound and give that mother the chance to choose life. An ultrasound doubles a baby's chance at life. To donate securely, dial pound 250 and say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, say baby. Or go to preborn.com.